Hey guys, it looks like time is of the essence, and it's ironic that I'm looking at my wrist and it's not wearing any kind of watch. But seriously though, time is really of the essence because a lot of people are like calling me to do a whole bunch of stuff. Jessica just went to the supermarket to go do some shopping, so I gotta squeeze this in really quickly before she comes back and starts nagging me to pay her attention, which I really should. So in comes the Charizard. This is Challenge Cup, hella fun, man. And it looks like the simulator gave my opposition a Charizard with Belly Drum, Dragon Tail, and Fire Punch. That is crazy, son. But unfortunately, thanks to Rapid Dash being fast, I'll say unfortunately for his behalf, Charizard's not going to live to finish off another Pokemon on my side of the field, which is excellent because I don't think I had anything else that outsped that Charizard. I can't rely on Haxorus outspeeding. I didn't even look to see what kind of nature it is. You can't expect it to have 252 in speed or whatever like that. But I'm not worrying about that threat right now. We're here and focus on that Floatzel. So after he does the dig, I'm gonna use the Swagger to confuse it. Probably try to dwindle his HP down a little bit, hence the confusion and the toxic. So he goes for the dig, which is nice because I have Pinsir in here, and as you guys know, bug type Pokemon resist ground type attacks. So in comes the Charmeleon with the Dynamic Punch. Wow, hits his first Dynamic Punch. I'm like, alright, I don't want to be confused. I'm going to switch into Pinsir, take a risk. I know he's not going to want to do a fire attack onto the Rapid Dash. But he does Dynamic Punch again, and he connects. So he's like really making Dynamic Punch like it really should. Like if you guys ever see the show, like Dynamic Punch, all the hand does is like glow, and it just connects. Like I don't understand why it's so inaccurate in the game. I mean, can you not really throw a punch? Seriously? But anyway, in comes the Gardevoir, and I do have the Night Slash because that is not a Glaceon. That is a Zoroark that I have right there. So that's interesting. That's the first time I ever got a Zoroark. So he ironically also has the Toxic. I went to Pinsir because I knew that Pinsir would resist most of Sceptile's attacks, if in case it didn't give it acrobatics or aerial ace or whatever like that. So I'm just gonna go for the toxic, and I was a little bit sacrificial with the Pinsir, but not just yet because he went for the fly, so I can save it for later on. He's gonna go for the fly now. I do have to endure, as I did take note when I was switching up my teams a little bit, and I'm just gonna endure his incoming attack, but it happened to be a support move. Thank God it didn't connect, because if something were potentially be able to finish me off and it didn't, and I'll die from the Will-O-Wisp, I wouldn't be able to endure that, or I wouldn't, I can endure the attack and then afterwards die with the Will-O-Wisp, which means that it'll be one less turn for me to Toxic Stall that Moltres, since I have the Toxic damage onto it. But that doesn't even matter anyway, because Moltres bit the dust. In comes the Charmeleon. That's 3 fire types on his side. It's funny how I held 2 fingers to count 3 Pokemon, but he has 3 fire types. It's interesting. So he's just Dynamic Punching away. That's his first Dynamic Punch out of 4 that he didn't connect with. So that's like crazy, man. So my Zoroark takes that damage, and he's gonna Dynamic Punch again. That's like 5 out of 6, man, making him look really easy to connect. But in comes my Haxorus. I know Haxorus is definitely gonna be faster than the Charmeleon. So Sceptile goes for the Mega Drain. I guess he doesn't have anything else to inflict any damage onto me. I would have actually personally went for the Toxic myself if he wants, if you just want to continue going for the Mega Drain. Honestly, so I'm gonna wait for the Toxic and afterwards the Mega Drain, but it doesn't really matter because the Toxic damage will be enough to finish it off right here and now. Great game! I definitely had a lot of fun. So viewers, do not forget to become subscribed, and yes, peace, and what you doing?